apprenticeship program. The theme for this launch is fostering economic growth, job creation via apprenticeship training. Is even more germane at this time as our country bounces back from the economic shocks that we suffered as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and the global decline in economic activities. You will recall in my recent speech at the UPSA last month, a few weeks ago, I did mention preparing a workforce of the future through enhanced focus on technical and vocational education and training as we build on our investment in the sector. Indeed, if we have to prepare Ghana and Ghanaians, especially our youth, for the future, we have to focus on TEVT and TEVT training. And this is why I've had a very personal interest in TEVT education. Ladies and gentlemen, since 2017, when our government took office, we've always had a clear plan to industrialize Ghana. And one of the key pillars of that agenda was to revamp and modernize TEVT so that it becomes responsive to the needs of industry. We also promised to make TEVT aspirational among the youth. TEVT in Ghana is delivered in either the formal or informal sectors. Formal or institutional-based TEVT is delivered by both the private and public sector TEVT providers. Furthermore, a huge population of young people acquires employable skills in the informal economy through apprenticeships and other forms of informal sector skills training. Some amount of on-the-job skills training and upgrading of employee skills also occurs in some companies and enterprises. Indeed, long before the colonialists even set foot on our coast, somewhere in the 14th century, the major mode of training which existed in Ghana was the apprenticeship system of training. It is instructive to know that it is not only in Ghana where apprenticeship training thrives. The German dual system of technical and vocational education and training, for example, evolved out of the country's traditional apprenticeship system, which they have practiced for over more than 3 centuries. The manner of operation and the quality of the German dual system is what has gained for it one of the world's best TEVT systems, and which is being emulated by even the developed countries. In that system, the German system, called the dual TEVT, training takes place at 2 learning venues, the enterprise and in the school. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as part of a 5-year TEVT strategic plan from 2018 to 2022, Ghana launched an apprenticeship policy in 2021. We have also, in collaboration with the German Development Bank, KfW, implemented fully the TEVT voucher project of 2018 to 2023, leading to some 19,062 master craft persons and apprentices benefiting from this free apprenticeship training offered by the government of Ghana. In response to the critical need for enhancing skills development and addressing unemployment challenges in Ghana, the Ghana Apprenticeship Program emerges as a transformative initiative with funding from the government of Ghana, the World Bank, and the German government through KfW Development Bank. The comprehensive program, this Ghana Apprenticeship Program, endeavors to support competency-based training apprenticeship for a total of 50,000 individuals through the implementation period. The primary goal of the Ghana Apprenticeship Program is to be the overarching program that provides apprenticeship training tailored to the demands of contemporary jobs, fostering a bridge between traditional apprenticeship systems and modern employment requirements. Building on the success of previous initiatives, the government of Ghana recognizes the pivotal role of apprenticeship training in reducing unemployment and promoting formal qualification and progression. Traditional apprenticeship systems have long been a cornerstone of skills development, but to meet contemporary challenges, modernization is essential. The Ghana Apprenticeship Program will play a pivotal role in modernizing apprenticeship systems by introducing formalized training providers, standardized curricula, and a robust quality assurance framework. The program will facilitate a shift from conventional methods to a competency-based approach, ensuring that apprentices are equipped not only with theoretical knowledge, but also with practical industry-relevant skills. By modernizing the apprenticeship system, the Ghana Apprenticeship Program strives to make it more adaptable to the evolving needs of industries, enhancing the employability of apprentices and contributing to the overall competitiveness of the Ghanaian workforce. Distinguished guests, the Ghana Apprenticeship Program's key activities encompass the development of eligibility criteria, training of master craft persons and apprentices, assessment and certification of learners, and linkage to job and trade. Additionally, the Ghana Apprenticeship Program has established voucher values, which will continually be reviewed and adapted to the current economic needs of the private sector and training institutions, thereby bolstering the apprenticeship landscape in Ghana. With the Ministry of Education, through the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, TEVT, with that ministry as the main implementing agency, the Ghana Apprenticeship Program will be supported with a substantial budget of some 800 million Ghana cedis. This is comprising $40 million from the World Bank and 20 million euros from the German Development Bank, KfW. The program is also aligned with our development objective of advancing skills development and fostering job creation in Ghana. One distinct feature about the Ghana Apprenticeship Program is that it is expected that the expected beneficiaries will include the unemployed, individuals seeking skills and jobs, high school graduates, university graduates, and persons who have completed their national service but want to be reskilled, mastercraft persons, their apprentices and workers, cooperatives and trade associations, private enterprises and workforces, and private and public training providers. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the difficulties we inherited in the TEVT space was the poor perception about TEVT in Ghana. To this end, we introduced the My TEVT campaign to promote TEVT and make TVET related careers aspirational for the youth. I am glad to report that for the 2023-2024 academic year alone, just this academic year alone, a total of 60,481 new students have enrolled in various government TVET institutions, which provide free TVET education. And this compared to less than 20,000 students enrolling annually before 2017. Today, the total number of enrollments in TVET institutions stands at 157,681. So we have really increased massively since 2017, the number of students in TVET education. The My TVET campaign is using tools such as World Skills, Ghana Skills competitions, TVET expos, TVET career guidance and counseling, women in TVET conferences, establishment of TVET clubs in junior high schools, and the use of role models and ambassadors. In addition to these, government has massively invested in TVET over the last 7 years. The upgrading and modernization of all the erstwhile 34 National Vocational and Technical Institutes, the MVTIs, the TVET Service Head Office, together with 10 regional offices, 5 apprenticeship offices across the country, and the Opportunity Industrialization Center in Accra, comprising of the construction, rehabilitation, and equipping of laboratories, workshops, additional classrooms, hostels, administrative offices, supported with some 123 million euros. This was completed in July 2022. And I had the privilege of launching that particular project, of commissioning it. Also, I have been informed that 2 new foundries and machining centers, one located at the CSIR in Accra and the other at KNUST in Kumasi, have been completed under the same project. Following the successful implementation of the enhancement and upgrading of the technical and vocational education project, an additional amount of 8.3 million euros was approved for the provision of new workshops, computer, electrical, electronic, building construction and mechanical, rehabilitation of buildings in 2 technical institutes, Abetifi and Don Bosco, and 4 senior high technical schools, Chebi, Dagbon State, St. George's, and GSTS. And the works on all of these have been completed. In addition, we have the construction of 4 new district TVET centers of excellence with some 25.7 million euros. And this is currently ongoing at Enyinam and Pachin number 2, which have been completed and awaiting commissioning, whilst that of Asin Jakai and Akumadan are close to completion. Ladies and gentlemen, the first phase of the construction of 32 state-of-the-art TVET institutions, amounting to some $158 million, commenced in 9 regions in 2022 after a brief soft cutting ceremony that I undertook at Abran Kese in the Ashanti region. These 32 state-of-the-art TVET institutions in these campuses will have academic facilities, workshops, laboratories, hostels, staff accommodation, and also provide further access for training. In addition, the rehabilitation and upgrading of 10 technical universities and 13 technical institutes, which included construction of new workshops and laboratories and the supply and installation of equipment fit for disciplines in electrical, electronics, engineering, welding, technology, automotive maintenance, civil engineering, and mechanical engineering for an amount of $190 million has been completed and commissioned. Ladies and gentlemen, when we put all of these interventions in TEVT together, it is important to note that since 2017, the Akufo-Addo government has invested over 6 billion Ghana cedis, that's over some $500 million, in TEVT education. And this actually excludes the cost of free TEVT. This is the highest investment in TEVT by any government since independence. The highest.